Alright, let's go back in with our Big Betsy. We're trying to accomplish the same texture. At the same time, we're blending the folds. I think I pulled out too much earlier. Yeah, that all of a sudden, big time, blends it all together. Now, we've got to make sure that I don't want you to look down here first. I want you to look up top and gradually fade off, because I'm looking for that gradation to happen, that traditional gradation, contrasty up top, less contrasty at the bottom. So now let's just go back in and refine and sharpen some areas up. We'll use the kneaded eraser a little bit, and that will make this section of the drawing look like the rest of it. And one thing I didn't do during the break was sharpen my pencils, but we're just going to kind of go for it. This is angles. I'm kind of doing angles right now to really get the individual angles, but I'm trying to stay on message with my line. Longer is better. That is just a little too dark. This is a little cylinder right on the edge. Got to make that round. I'm just pulling some of that off with my finger, pushing it into the paper. And let's push more long lines, paying attention to the angles. There's modeling factors on this little skinny fold. This one's going to be a toughie to get because it's so tiny over here. But we're going to do our best. So basically, first thing we're going to do is block in the tone. You start to see a pattern now happening. Block in and then refine. Okay, that's cool. Okay, that's that shadow. Honestly, I'm really just trying to keep track of where I'm at with this. And I've had 18 years of experience doing this, because I would just do this. I kind of got lost a little bit when I was younger. I almost lost sense of the big picture with the illustration jobs, and I get so lost into making them look realistic. I wasn't looking at the big picture, which was, get them done on time, make the client happy. I was just lost in my own rendering and living the life of an artist, earning a living as an artist. But I'll tell you, a lot of the hours of my 20s and 30s was spent doing exactly what I'm doing right now with paint. And so this just becomes really natural to you the more you do it. Okay, now let's just kind of measure this out. Okay, we're missing a fold right here, and it blends into the hip area. That's why we're missing it, and then it's coming all the way up top. Now, I don't want to do it with a line, but I've got to put it in a line first before I can go in with my eraser. And before I go in with my eraser, let me just push these shapes. Here we are again. It's the same thing I was talking about last time. I don't even know what chapter we were in, but it might have been a week ago today on Monday. When I was working, I worked up until this time, and I finally started getting my momentum, and then it's time to stop. So I don't know what that's telling me, but I'm going to just keep trying to work today and do this in block time. Keep trying to film, and I'll edit another day perhaps. Let's go in now and get that top fold that I just kind of drew the outline of it a little bit. I'm shaping the kneaded eraser. Yeah, this blends right in. It's starting to come together now a little bit. Slowly but surely. Same thing that we're doing with our pencil, we want to do with the eraser. We want to have long eraser strokes. And and not a straight line there. That's not straight, so I've got to take that into consideration. Let's do that edge one, and then we've got a little lip right over here, another fold. This pencil, I've got to admit, I'm very impressed. It's living up to its name, Colorase. It's really erasing. Okay, I'm very surprised it's erasing this well. I mean, I barely pressed down hard over there, and that just came right up. This is fun. I've got to admit, pulling out like this is a blast. Drawing like a painter, almost. This drawing here would make a great underdrawing for a long, really realistic painting. The painting would be a blast to work on. Okay, let's punch up. I'm going to go a little bit brighter with them in the center, and then obviously as we turn around the statue to the sides, we're going to go a little bit softer with the light. So this should be the brightest bright right there. And let's just kind of keep coming around here, make this top fold in the light a little bit thicker. Punch this one up. This I have to go in with my pencil. And there's a little light over here. I'm almost tempted to leave it out, but I'm going to put it in. So this is actually a good lesson. I'm going to put it in. I'm measuring up. Let me hold my pencil up and be real with this. God, it's to the left of that. I almost feel now that I should have done some of these measurements a little bit earlier, because these measurements down below here would help me with what is up top. Yeah, that's cool. We'll draw around that. So let's just let's focus in on the edge. Round. We're going to have to pull out of this with our eraser too. Now I don't want to outline the edge. That's instant flat. But I've got to outline first before I can erase. So just like to establish. I see. Getting sloppy here with this. If I didn't care about the likeness, this would be so much easier. But since this is an educational DVD, I want to show you how I'm getting the likeness of something, or else it's not that relevant. Roll in, wrap around the form, really wrap around. No straight lines. Cut down again. This. Hope my face didn't just get in the camera. Okay, so now we get to texture. So I'm just going to kind of chisel out where I see the texture. Oh, this angle really angles up. We're going to finish this chapter soon. I hope you all know, those of you watching on this DVD, I'm shooting this for online video too. So the reason why I keep saying we're going to end this chapter, these chapters might be flowing together. The reason why I'm ending the chapters is just because they have to really be around 9 minutes for online video. 9 minutes is actually too long for online video, because then if it's not around that time, it just takes too long to download. So that's why, they might be, all streamed together in the DVD. So I hope you understand why I'm taking these short breaks. It's just because of the online video.